Professor Noto here, and we're going to go over why it's important that we teach our children that it's okay to break some rules when it comes to safety around either strangers or bullies. Hey everyone, Professor Noto here, and we're going to go over why it's important for us to set rules for our child, of course, but also explain to them that sometimes they need to break those rules in order for them to be safe around strangers or bullies or any dangerous thing that might come into their way, okay? So here's an example. An example would be, it's a nice rule for your child to live by that they don't raise their volume, meaning when they talk, they're not screaming at people, they're not yelling, they're communicating in a healthy way, if they're on their iPads or their tablets or their video games, that it's not super loud, especially if they're in a public place, that they present themselves in the right way and they respect other people's space, right? But what would happen if a stranger were to talk to them, right? They would have to break that rule. They would have to scream as loud as possible, right? We teach them, scream, help me, this is not my parent. If they say that low, it doesn't work, it doesn't have the same effect. What if a bully were to be pushing them or shoving them or verbally assaulting them? They need to be able to put their hands up and yell, stop, leave me alone. Something of that nature. And if they do it very quietly, stop, leave me alone, it doesn't have the same effect and it doesn't work. So they have to be able to break that rule, right? Another good rule to live by, don't put your hands on other people, right? Don't touch them, don't push them, don't shove them, definitely don't hit them. But what if someone was hitting them, right? What if a stranger was grabbing them? Then they need to break that rule, right? They need to punch, scratch, claw, bite, do whatever they can to get away. What if a bully was hitting them? They need to defend themselves. I'm not saying that they need to permanently damage the other person, but they need to be able to do something, a swift punch, a swift kick, a good throw, a nice tackle, in order to get that person off of them, right, so that they can defend themselves. They have to be able to break this rule. So a lot of times when I talk to kids after they've been bullied or after something happens, they say things like, I didn't want to hit the other person, I'm told that, my mom said never to yell, things like this. And so they don't want to get in trouble from the people that they love the most, their family or their teachers, so they don't do anything at all. And in the end, they end up getting hurt that way, right? So we need to communicate with them. You have to be able to break these rules a little bit, right? And we have a motto here, it's safe, not sorry, okay? I would rather the kids be safe, and they can always apologize to whoever they need to apologize the next day if they got out of hand, then not do anything, not be safe, and then be apologizing to themselves when they're hurt, right? So safe, not sorry is a good one to go by. Teach them the rules that you have in certain circumstances, you have to be able to break, okay? Here's another kind of example. We do our stranger danger sessions where, we teach the kids, don't talk to the stranger. We teach the kids to yell, help me, this is not my parent, and to run, right? But at the same time, they've also been told to respect people that are older than you, right? Look someone in the eye when they're talking to you. Answer questions. They're asking you something, please speak up and answer. And so they're faced with this challenge of like, well, which way do I go? Because I'm being taught things on both sides of the spectrum here. And what happens is I start to pretend I'm a stranger and I ask them questions and I'm looking them in the eye and they get frozen. Well, they'll look at their parent and they don't really know what to do. They're like, should I follow the rules and be respectful to the adults and talk to them and answer them? Or should I listen to what the instructor said and not talk to strangers? Should I run away and disrespect the person that's talking to me by just leaving? Or should I stay there and respect them and answer them even though it can be dangerous? So they're faced with this challenge where they're stuck kind of in the middle. So it's really important that we let them know that there are these rules. There are rules at school. There are rules at school. You cannot put your hands on other people. But if someone is hitting you and someone's punching you in the face, or someone's got you in a headlock, or someone's grabbing your head and they're pinning it up against a locker, or someone is verbally assaulting you over and over and over, you have to break that rule and you have to be able to stand up for yourself, okay? And again, you don't have to take it completely out of line. You don't have to permanently damage the other person, but you do have to be able to break some of these rules and stand up for yourself so that you can be safe. Okay? Hopefully this helped you out. It's a nice talk to have with your kids. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If it's really private, then shoot me a message. Subscribe, follow Professor Noto, and I'll see you next week.